This video is not endorsed by Sony. Leave your hateful comments in the comment section and do not message me, please. I am not going to reply. Okay. 20 reasons why the Xbox One is a piece of shit. Number 20. Shitty surround sound support. Enough said. I mean, really, Dolby Digital is not here, and HDMI audio is still in beta. Like, what the fuck were they thinking launching a console without, with shitty surround sound support like they have? Number 19, size of the console. Yes, the console is an ugly piece of shit, but it is also a large, ugly piece of shit, and it is ugly. I don't know why it's so big. Doesn't really make sense. Can somebody explain to me why the console is so big, considering that the power brick is external? Doesn't make sense. Number 18, design of the console. Yeah, it's kind of ugly, like I said before. But the design is off-putting. I don't know what they were thinking. It looks like a VCR, like many others have said. And I guess there will be some people who enjoy the look of it. Me, personally, I think it's kind of ugly, and I would not want it sitting in my living room because people would judge me for it, and they would think it's ugly, and I don't want ugly things in my living room. Number 17, price of Xbox Live. Why are we still paying for online in this day and age when PC gamers do not have to pay for online services to access their own internet connection? Sony is doing this now too, but at least theirs is $10 cheaper. Not making excuses. It's bullshit that we have to pay for online either way, but you still get more for Sony's PSN service than you do for Xbox Live. Number 17, price of Xbox Live. I just said that. Number 16, Windows 8 UI knockoff. Yeah, the UI is a knockoff of Windows 8. It's just like a bunch of blocks put together, and I guess you can arrange it and change the colors and shit like that. But I can't believe I actually said shit like that. But yeah, shit like that. It just doesn't really look attractive to me. It just looks like Windows 8, and it's like they put very little effort into the UI. I actually prefer the Xbox 360 UI over the Xbox One UI. Number 15. AA batteries. Why? Why are we still using AA batteries in 2013 for controllers? Why? Like, the PS4 controllers charge off the console, the PS3 controllers charge off the console, and no, getting a fucking cable to charge your AA batteries is not an argument. It's bullshit that we have to use AA batteries, and it's not like the cable that charges the controller comes with the console, because it doesn't, so why are we still using AA batteries? It's inconvenience. Number 14, the Dude Bro device with the Call of Duty audience. This is the ultimate Dude Bro device. It's, yeah, like enough said right there. I mean, Call of Duty, Halo, and more Call of Duty and FPS games out the ass, and sports games everywhere, and yeah. Like, really, like, I don't know, like, it's not even a pure gaming machine at this point, which isn't exactly a bad thing, but it's just the audience they're targeting isn't really purely the gaming audience, it's the entire entertainment audience, and it would be fine if they didn't just do it so fucking poorly. Number 13, power brick. Why? Why do we have a huge fucking external fucking power brick? Why isn't it built inside the console? Look at how fucking big the Xbox One is compared to the PS4. And yet, the PS4 has a fucking power brick built internally inside the console, while the Xbox One has a fucking huge piece of shit, ugly power brick that is just disgustingly large and inconvenient. And yeah, and even the console temperatures, as you can see in this picture, are pretty close and similar. So it's not like having this power brick built outside the console really helps with the heat, the overheating problems. Both consoles run pretty cool. It's not like heat is a big issue here. Number 12, sharing many exclusives with PC. Why are, like it's like Microsoft wants to, I like how I said why. Yeah, why? Like, seriously, why? I mean, what's the point in buying an Xbox One when you can go get a PC and access half the Xbox library along with tons of other fucking exclusives, and so you don't get to play Halo? Big deal. It's not, I wouldn't pay $500 to play Halo. I don't know why you would pay fucking $500 to play Halo. I don't know why anybody would pay $500 to play Halo. So Sharing all your exclusives like Titanfall with the 360 and PC is kind of retarded, and it's a bad decision. It makes it. I think it's almost like it's a pretty good reason for why. Why would you even waste your money? I mean, go get a PC. Number 11, they went back on the DRM, which is a good thing, except for they also lost some of the features the console was initially going to have, and it's the fact that they were going to go so heavily on the DRM, and then just take it away. It kind of makes me not trust them and their intentions. I think Sony was doing the DRM shit too at one point, and then they didn't announce it after the initial reaction from the Xbox One DRM. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, so I'm not giving Sony an excuse for this either. But it's stupid that they went back on this, and it's just another reason why it puts me off of the Xbox One. Alright, so those are the reasons 11 to 20. These are the top 10 reasons why you should not buy the Xbox One. I think these are the worst of the worst, and the worst of the worst. Yeah, so they're pretty bad, in my opinion, and these are the main reasons why I won't be getting an Xbox One. Number 10, the hard drive is not changeable, so you can't change the fucking 500 gigabyte hard drive. You're stuck with 500 gigs for life. Have fun. Number 9, paywall. You have to pay into Xbox Live to access Netflix and any other online services. So Sony doesn't do this. The PC doesn't obviously do this. The Wii U, from what I know, doesn't do this. The paywall is disgusting and it needs to be removed. And it's a huge fucking, it kills, like, it totally destroys any reason. Like, how could they call the console the Xbox One when to access any of the features that it supposedly does, you have to pay out the ass? These are things that should be free, in my opinion, in many others' opinions too, and it's bullshit. Paywall sucks. Number 8, the controller design is shitty, in my opinion. I've held it, I've played with it. The triggers are too soft, the analog sticks are too small, the bumpers are a downgrade from the 360 controller. I think everybody pretty much agrees that it's sort of a downgrade from the 360 controller. I guess the D-pad is a tiny bit better, but the D-pad still sucks either way. So, I mean, the only good D-pad I can think of on any console is the Sony D-pad for the PS4 controller is really good. Microsoft's attempt at creating a better D-pad is like, it's only a little bit better. It's not like a lot better. It's just it's there, but it's not amazing. And the controller is one of the most important parts of the console. So it's not like they got it wrong. It's just like, it's not like it's a terrible controller. It's just like they had a better controller last generation. So kind of sucks, I guess. Number 7. This is where we get into hardware. The RAM is GDDR3, the slower RAM. It's not the GDDR5 PS4, the RAM the PS4 has. This is a big thing in the long run in terms of optimization and stuff. You're going to see better looking games on the competitor's console, which is the PS4, because of the significant hardware downgrade that the Xbox One has compared to it. Number 6, GPU. This is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I think it has around, what is it? I'm trying to think of it off the top of my head. It's something like 762 or 752 shaders, while the PS4 has like 1100 and something shaders, which is like huge. I mean, you're going to see this in games. You're going to see this with the resolution of games. You're going to see this, like, it's going to get worse and worse as time goes on, because there will always be better looking games on the PS4 with the current hardware. So, which leads me to number 5, multiplats will look better on the competitor's hardware. I've already said this, but it's a pretty big thing. It means pretty much every multiplat game is going to look better on the PS4. So number 4, console is more expensive than competitor's hardware. This is a huge thing. The PS4 is $399. The Xbox One is $499. Considering reasons 20 to this reason, why would you get Xbox One at this point? Go with the cheaper console. It's not only cheaper, but it's superior. when it comes to hardware. Objectively superior. This isn't like just my opinion. In terms of hardware, the PS4 is superior. So, and I think it's I'm not trying to be a Sony shill here, but I'm not trying to be a fanboy either. PC mustard race. But it's a big thing. It is a big thing. Anybody who says it's not a big thing or it's just a tiny little thing, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's pretty big. So number 3, the console sort of has a crappy post-launch lineup in terms of exclusives. So you get Halo 5, you get Fable, and yeah, Fable Legends, I think, and I can't remember the fucking Fable name of the game. And like, when was the last time Fable was fucking relevant in gaming? It's been shitty series ever since Fable. I would like to say Fable 3 was when it went downhill, but whatever. I mean, you got Halo 5 and Fable and Forza, I guess, and yeah, Dead Rising 3. Those are including the launch titles. So post-launch lineup isn't that great. Also considering that a lot of the exclusives are being shared with the PC and 360. So yeah, I've already went over this. Number 2, the Kinect sensor. Now this was a big one for me. It was either the Kinect sensor or the number 1, which I'll mention after this. Kinect is kind of gimmicky. It still is gimmicky. After using it on the Xbox One, it still feels pretty gimmicky. It still does things I don't want it to do. It still can be an annoyance. And I think it's not necessary. The fact they force it down our throats, in order to get the Xbox One, you must get the Kinect currently, which sucks, because if you don't want the Kinect, that's too damn bad for you. Leave it in your box. But the big thing is even if you leave it in your box, the Xbox One still reserves like 10% of the, I think it's CPU or GPU, I can't remember, or RAM, I don't know, but it reserves 10% of a certain performance at all times, so you're losing 10% performance for gaming based because you have the Kinect, whether it's connected or not. So that's shitty. And number 1, this is more of a media-centered device, not a gaming-central one, which is a big deal for me because I don't need one device that does everything sort of shitty when I could have like separate devices that does them all really well. So I'll have the PS4, that's my main gaming device. I'll have the PC, which is another main gaming device, and set up for like most of my home entertainment. I don't need one console that kind of half-asses everything and doesn't really even do a lot of things right. It doesn't do gaming as good as the PS4. It doesn't do media as good as the PC. Or even as like a cable box, the video quality, from what I hear from certain people, is terrible. I heard that there's compatibility issues. So yeah, I don't know, like, if it doesn't do everything great, how can you call it the Xbox One? You know what I mean? It's not the one device you're gonna want to use for everything. It doesn't do everything good enough to justify it. And that wraps up everything. Those are the 20 reasons why you should not buy an Xbox One. 20 reasons why it's not worth buying an Xbox One. And hopefully you guys learned something from this. Obviously, I'm gonna get a lot of shit. I'm gonna get shitted on pretty hard in the comments by Xbox One fanboys. I think the gaming media has done a really, really shitty job at really presenting the facts about the Xbox One. A lot of them will say, yeah, it's a good console, it's whatever, but it really isn't, in my opinion. It's not a good device, in my opinion. It's like a half-assed attempt by Microsoft, it seems. It's like they put very little effort into it. Like, for something that's been in development for so long, it feels like it wasn't well spent. It's like, I don't know, like, there's just so many things I don't like about it. I won't be buying it. I'll stick with my PS4, my Nintendo Wii U. Even the Wii U, in my opinion, is kind of gimmicky too, but at least it's got some good titles behind it currently, and it has a decent exclusive launch lineup, so it's worth getting and it's cheap. Whereas with the Xbox One, it's expensive as fuck, and it's not really worth the price. So that wraps everything up. Feel free to call me a shill and a fanboy in the comments. I'm sorry if your ass is hurt from what I've had to say. Yeah, rate, comment, and possibly subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. I don't even know if I'm gonna be making regular videos, but yeah. Peace out, guys, and peace out. Who the fuck says that? Yeah, ending a video is kind of awkward. I haven't really done this before, so yeah, don't buy an Xbox One. Don't be a fucking retard. And yeah, peace out, I guess.